Hello, welcome to easyodds.com. My name is Ross Casey. I'm here with the horse racing extraordinaire, that is Jake Johns, to go through this weekend's feature race, the Greatwood Gold Cup at Newbury. It's a Grade 3 chase, and we are on the trail of the Cheltenham Festival. So shall we go through a little bit of news this past week, starting with Thistlecrack?
Oh yes, Thistlecrack. Of course, we said last week that Thistlecrack's out of the festival, which is really, really annoying and sad because obviously that he was one of the stars of the show. But then suddenly, Colin Tizard just says, "No, we're doing another scan. He's not got any swelling anymore, and he seems to be walking fine, so we're going to do another scan." So that made some fatty on Betfair move money around, and then he somehow shortened into tens on Betfair.
Wow.
And as they call him, the pot noodle man. As some people have heard him called, the pot noodle man, who just goes around messing up prices on Betfair, on the exchanges, and he, but he was out, and then they did another scan, and it's the same thing. I mean, obviously, obviously it was going to be the same thing.
Obviously, got to try and get past them now. Obviously.
It's happened in the past where horses have supposedly been out of the festival and then actually run. Binocular is an example, and won. But imagine how many times they must have looked at that scan. The vet must have looked at that scan hundreds of times before he said, he's got a tear. He's got a tear. He's going to have to go. And they're like, look again. He can't do. Look again. And also Limini is probably going to be supplemented for the champion hurdle. Immediately after she won the other day, ahead. Where was it? I think it was the Corvega listed hurdle race, and over in Ireland, it should be Apple's Jade. And I think immediately after I wrote a tip in the champion hurdle, because I thought Moon Race is never going to go. There was no vibes thinking it was going to go there. So Limini at 12-1, and she is going to be supplemented more than likely. I think I actually backed her at a massive price, jumping the last in that race. So I'm happy. Well, ideal world, I think probably now Moon Race will go for the Supreme, but if he does go for the champion hurdle, I'm going to have to rethink stuff, because I'm not tipping 3 horses in the champion hurdle. That is stupid.
So that's Cheltenham Festival sorted on the side of the news front. Yeah. But from easyodds.com, do you want to go to the Cheltenham Festival on Gold Cup Day? I know I do.
Most people do.
I can't, because I'll be working for Easy Odds, but you can, because we are giving away 2 tickets to Gold Cup Day at the Cheltenham Festival. All you have to do is enter our competition. It's very, very easy. Give across your Bet365 username, give across your email address, and you've entered the draw to be given the tickets for the Friday, 17th of March, Gold Cup Day at Cheltenham Festival. Easy as that. We'll put a link in the description below to enter that, so don't forget to enter that as soon as you finish watching Jake Johns go through the Greatwood Gold Cup.
Greatwood Gold Cup. Decent race, usually. Actually, yeah, quickly last week. Sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Get off my head. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm sorry.
Another rubbish tip. Oh. Not very good at this, am I? The worst horse racing extraordinaire ever. Opening batsman, I was all wrong. I think he's probably just a little bit too old now, rather than it was a,
You did mention that in your piece.
Yeah. So I think, that is probably the case.
It was your last chance.
He was
Saloon for last batsman.
Yeah, opening batsman. He was pretty. It was a pretty big price, so have to just sometimes take things like that. But this time, Greatwood Gold Cup, won for the last 2 years by Paul Nicholls with Semetigao and Sound Investment. He enters Vibrato Valtat here in an attempt for a hat-trick of wins in this race. But does he have what it takes? I am not so sure at all. In fact, I can't see it happening, because Vibrato Valtat is a bridle merchant. He is the least genuine horse, one of the least genuine horses in training. He runs well, usually in the winter at the start of the season, and the only horse that's less genuine than him is probably Lamy Surge, who is also a biggest bridle merchant of all time. But of the others, it's very, very competitive. I wouldn't say it's the highest quality race, definitely not, but it's very, very competitive. Favourite, Old Grange Wood. It should be unbeaten over fences in 4 starts, but it was brought down at Aintree when going really well last time. Probably would have won that day, so he would have been unbeaten in 4 starts over fences. And last time he was probably at his most impressive was probably his most impressive start of fences so far. Jumped really well, travelled really, really well, but he has been given a £9 rise. up against slightly better opposition than he's used to. Might be a little bit much. So he's massively on the upgrade. So I could easily see him winning. But at the prices, I'm going to be looking elsewhere. Victor Touzane for Venetia Williams was second to a banging form horse last time. Way clear of the Betbright Handicap Chase winner, Pilgrim's Bay. He was given an absolute peach of a ride in that race. Travelled ridiculously well. Doesn't usually find that much on the bridle, Pilgrim's Bay I'm talking about now, but travelled into the race so nicely. And cool as you like, didn't touch him until very last second. But the rain really needs to come at Newbury on Friday. There isn't that much forecast for Saturday. There's a little bit forecast for Friday. It depends what weather outlet you look at, which I'll come on to later. But I still think he needs an absolute bog. It needs to be heavy or very soft for him to show his best form. And I just don't know if he's going to get that. If he does, if it turns out heavy, huge chance, but he'll be backed into quite short probably. I've been scanning the weather outlets. I've looked at about 5 or 6. Every single one different.
Every single one different.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. Basically, it's hard because at the moment it's good to soft. It could easily turn soft if it rains a lot. It could even turn heavy if it rains a lot, which is some the same. But I don't think it will. Most likely, I think it probably will turn soft with the rain forecast on Friday and a little bit on Saturday. But it's not going to be absolutely horrendous conditions, hopefully. But what I propose is don't back any horses until the Saturday. Just wait until Saturday. Wait until all the rain's gone, and then reassess then. Because at the moment, you're just throwing money away because you're kind of you're judging stuff on the weather forecast. Unless you have your own newfangled weather forecast system that you've set up in your house, and you think, oh, okay, I know exactly what the weather's going to be because the cows are lying down or whatever the rules are.
Or you live with Michael Fish.
Or you live with Michael Fish. Definitely don't trust what he says. He'll 100% get it wrong.
Earlier on today, apparently, a woman rang the BBC and said she heard that there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't. But having said that, actually...
But anyway, so I've got a tip for if it's soft and a tip for if it stays good to soft. First tip, Old Mayonlay, probably not Old Mayonlay, O Mayonlay. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it exactly, but I think it's something like that. That's a really good record at Newbury. Course form appears to matter quite a lot here, weirdly. A horse that, a prime example is Clan des Obeaux, who a horse I like a lot, put up his best performances by a long way at this track. Tends to disappoint elsewhere. O'Malley, his form here reads first, pulled up, second, first. The non-completed was when he lost his action before the third last fence, and then just was pulled up pretty quickly after that. But before that, he made a really taking move around the outside, and he was going all right. I think he probably would have run into a place that day. He was really poor last time at Haydock, but I can forgive him that because he's run. The only other time he's run at Haydock, he also pulled up, and that was behind Bristol de May in a savage race, Grade 2, Peter Marsh Chase. So that's a better class of race than this as well, and he probably doesn't like Haydock because he's pulled up there in the past.
Yeah.
This is much lower standard, and the race before that Haydock, the one when he pulled up last time, he absolutely bolted up by 5 lengths at this track. That was off of quite a lot of lower weight, but that was, I would say, probably career best. He clearly likes it here, and this is a pretty poor renewal in terms of quality from what we've seen in the past. So he's got a squeak. He's got a squeak at a place, that's for sure. And you can get him at 10 to 1 at the moment. I don't know what he's going to be by Saturday, but at the moment he's 10 to 1. And one more that I cannot leave alone because he is.
I'm shocked by that name.
He is my hero. This is my hero. How many times have I said this? How many times have I written it? How many times have I just thought about this horse? Thomas Crapper. The Crapper, as we all like to call him.
Not the sneezer, the crap.
What kind of a man would I be if I left him? What kind of man would I be if I left him behind after all these years? He's entered in the Browns advisory plate at Cheltenham. Not going to get in off of 128, but he is just ridiculously well handicapped off of 128. I mean, he is winning races off such high marks in the past. He won at this track last season on his only ever attempt here around this time as well. I think it was just after Cheltenham. I think it was April. He's been so unlucky with the ground this season. It's just turned soft for him in the last second. He needs good ground so badly. He needs good ground. So if it's soft on the day, do not go near him. Good to soft, on the side of good. Go all in. I'm going to be backing him if it's good to soft. Basically, but if it's soft, I'll be going may or lay, or however you say it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been so unlucky, and even if he went to the if he went to the festival of 135, which is £7.5 now, it's probably about what you'll need to get in. He can't do, but if say he had, hypothetically, I would fancy him there as well, because he's just a good horse on good ground, and he still retains quite a lot of ability. He's shown that in races this season already. Yeah, I'm going to go win Thomas Crapper if the ground remains good to soft. But if it's soft, may on lay.
Each way.
Each way at 10 to 1. Okay. But wait until Saturday before you do these bets if you want to. Don't have to, but if you want to.
If you want to.
Yeah.
10 to 1 on outright win on Thomas Crapper. Looks to be Jake's big fancy if the weather prevails for his tip. So make sure that you...
Say we got no rain from now until Saturday, which is unlikely, but if we did, then I'll be very happy.
Absolutely. So that's a big price tip there for this week from our man Jake Johns. Also, if the weather does turn and we do get some rain, there's an each way tip at 10 to 1 also. So another nice big price there. So those are 2 tips for the Greatwood Gold Cup from our man Jake Johns. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to download the Cheltenham Festival app, which is out now. We're getting ever so close to the festival. As I put at the top of this video, we also have 2 tickets to the Gold Cup day at the Cheltenham Festival to win just by simply filling in a form. Easy as that. Enter a draw. We'll have the description of that below. We're also pleased to announce that this video is sponsored by our friends Coral. Have a really good offer ahead of the Cheltenham Festival. You can get up to £10,000 worth of sports bets by using their Coral Bingo service. So make sure that you sign up to Coral and make sure that you use their bingo service to get hold of those £10,000 worth.
Quite a few.
Of sports
Quite
bets.
a bit of
so
money.
make sure that you get involved with Coral Bingo. So once again, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Comment on this video on the volume of my sneeze during that video as much as Jake's tip, and also subscribe to our channel and download the app, which is available now. Enter our competition to win the Gold Cup tickets, and last but not least, join Coral to get involved with their bingo service, because they have up to £10,000 worth of free bets available. Thanks so much for watching. I've been Ross Casey, this is Jake Johns, and we are easyodds.com.
Bye.